Now, you want to know without a shadow of a doubt that you're not doing anything to push, your man away. You want to be the one and the only woman in his life that have to complete him in utter love and loyalty. Now, basically, the next step is to go the clear pathway to his heart. You have to eliminate the bad stuff first, so you can actually make room for the good things that are coming in. Now, I'm going to actually talk about some relationship danger signs. Now, in addition to curling your own bad habits, you need to watch for the danger signs in your relationship. Now, these alerts you at a time when your man's pulling away, or something that you're doing to actually push him. Now, recognizing these signs early will give you a long way to get your relationship back on track before the problem gets out of control. Now, as with anything, it's actually easier to make corrections earlier rather than later. Thanks, Vanessa. It's good to see that you're from Melbourne. Now, one of the warning signs that your man is pulling away is that you're doing something that turns him off, is when he stops actually sharing things with you. He clams up. He doesn't make conversations with you anymore about how your days are going. He doesn't confine to you about anything. So that's a fairly big one with men. Now, you can actually feel shut out. You don't feel quite sure what's going on, but you're hurt and you're actually worried. Now, additionally, he stops spending time with you as well. Now, that's really pulling away from a man's view. And if you pay actually attention, you can tell in your own heart when this is actually a problem, and not just I'm going to go to attend this issue, I'll be right back type of scenario. Now, the difference between a guy pulling away to deal with a problem and pulling away in order to get away from you for a bit. Now, these things aren't really bad. He's taken time away from you to spend it with another woman. Now, it's not necessarily cheating or jumping into bed with her or anything at all, but he's spending time with her, talking and connecting on some level, all the things that he's not doing with you. Now, he's actually getting that emotional support of someone else. Now, he's also a great way to do is actually pick up on his body language. Now, this will also give you some clues as well on what he's actually thinking and he's actually feeling. Now, sometimes the feelings are off for you, and it might be because your brain's might be picking up the signs that his body is sending. Now, sometimes is that he's actually not touching you. He's creating this physical distance from you. And it's the only way of pulling back from you. Even if he says everything is fine, nothing's wrong, his body language is actually going to say otherwise. Now, actually, another one is actually crossing his arms, and another method of blocking you off. His arms are like a gate, crossing over and actually restricting entrance. Avoiding eye contact as well with you can also spell danger. It can also point out a lot of feelings, and he's not holding back, but regardless, he's not connecting with you on an intimate level that he should be. Now, actually, we talk about making the eye contact, making eye contact with someone and having intentions behind it is powerful and actually an intimate action. Avoiding your eyes on a regular basis is a significant behavior that should be taken as a warning sign. Now, most of the time, we can trust our brains to pick up on these little, things and interpret them for us. But if you start to actually pay attention, you can actually spot them in yourself and get some clear insights in whether he really is going on in your relationship. Now, I'm not trying to actually turn you in some type of detective or say that your man doesn't make eye contact with you once you have sound that alarm. It's simply a way for you to use more resources at your disposal in order to spot the impending danger. Now, actually, like I said, The quicker you can actually spot the issue, the quicker and easier it is to eliminate them in a clear path towards love and devotion. Now, actually trust yourself and your instincts when you're feeling something that isn't right. There's a little voice inside that actually backs your mind, nudging you and stepping back and taking a closer look at things. Now, as you become more aware of what's going on, you can actually start to take control of the instincts and make the right decisions that are going to actually save your relationship instead of sabotaging it. Now, what I'm going to talk about next is actually ways that you can actually stop a breakup. Now, the big benefit of spotting these red flags is knowing if you and when a potential breakup is around the corner. And there's nothing worse than being blindsided by the end of a relationship. When it comes basically out of nowhere and it leaves you really trying to get, the bearings again and asking yourself, what just happened? Why me? Which is definitely something that I've had a lot of ladies actually ask me at the end of their relationships. Now, if you know what to look for, you can actually spot the breakup in a mile away and actually have time to do something about it. Now, I can't actually promise you that you can stop every breakup, but you will at least have a fighting chance to turn things around. And that's better than nothing, right? You don't want to be completely powerless. Just as they are warning signs that you're pushing a man away, there are also warning signs that he's about to break up with you. Now, the most common and the obvious is when he picks fights with you. He pulls away so strongly, it makes you angry, he pressures you, or, he actually presses all the buttons just to actually get you fired up. And what's really going on for the man is that he's actually trying to get you to break up with him. In his mind, it would be better for you to initiate the breakup so you can actually feel better about it. And he doesn't want to do this because he would actually come across a bad guy. He would be the jerk who dumped you, just the same making up excuse when things don't work out rather than telling you the actual truth. Now, if there's ways to actually avoid hurting you further, he would choose a path of less resistance. It might sound extreme and strange to you, but that's what's going on in our minds. He's simply trying to avoid drama. Yes, I know he's picking fights. And I can tell you personally years ago, I can definitely relate to actually trying to pick a fight with an ex-partner so she could actually break up with me. So it does actually happen for the man. And, having you make that decision, a clear break, that's the power in your hands. And he hopes that you can actually feel, better about it. So, what do you do if this happens to you? What can you sense in your relationship that will be the brink, of a disastrous end? Well, it's quite simple. To shake things up a bit, it's easy to get dragged down at a level of breaking up when things become stagnant or they can become negative. Now, there isn't enough good energy going on to keep you two glued together. Remember, men like novelty, support, and happiness in order to stick around in a relationship. And like I mentioned on Monday night, men just want to be around happy women, not killjoy. Now, getting stuck down in that negativity through the fears is a common and easy way for you to actually feel impending breakup. You can't help but focus on all the bad stuff that's actually coming your way. But let me tell you, you can easily turn things around by just switching your mindset. Now, as difficult as this actually may be, pick it up on the good things you're going on in your relationship. Now, actually remind yourself of what actually fell in love with your man. Now, what made you actually happy? What made you laugh and what actually made you smile? What made you feel good about him? And draw those happy feelings and get a positive energy flow again. While you're getting yourself pumped up, your man is actually going to need a little boost as well. So you need to actually help him feel good. Remember how great the relationship is when everything is actually running smoothly. Now, I'll give you a tip. There's one way you can actually do this is actually reward good behavior. Make him appreciate and let him actually know when he's doing something that you like. A common excuse that men actually give of getting out of a relationship is they have to try too hard. They might feel like nothing is ever good enough for them. Whether you're dragging him down with insecurities, all you do is nag him, moan about what he's not doing, you're actually going to create an environment that he doesn't want to be in. And again, like I said on Monday night, put yourself in the other foot if this actually happened to you as well. Now, ways you actually can prevent a breakup and getting your relationship actually back on track is that you're going to have to shift a little bit. Instead of giving negative thoughts, only actually entertain the positives. How awesome is that? Now, tell your man what she's actually doing wrong. All the time is not going to enhance or continue trying. It's not the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm telling you right now. And he would actually rather just get off the train completely and break away. Now, you actually have the choice to make. You can either let things continue, the same thing until the relationship actually runs off its rails, or you can actually make some small changes that will have a big impact. Relationships are meant to be enjoyed. If you're not enjoying it, well, there's no point. Some people actually like to wallow in sadness and despair, and that's the game that you want to play. Well, that's up to you. But your actual negative energy will actually hasten and eventually demise your relationship. Your man isn't going to want to be around that. It's not fun, it's not happy, and there's no point of it. So he would rather be alone than spinning his wheels in a relationship that he feels like he actually can't win. Now, the actual simple solution to get your mind right is like pick out the positives and focus on them. The more you let the good things in your life, the more it actually compounds. Your man will start to see the relationship really isn't that bad. He'll actually start to feel better about when he sees when you're happy and actually telling him that you're actually making him happy. It'll actually give the man a sense of pride and accomplishment that he thinks, well, maybe I was actually wrong. Maybe this actually could work. I guess a little quick end to things, but hey, he can move on and have fun together again. All you have to do is actually remind him how much fun you have together and make him feel good in being with you. But the tip is here, don't go overboard. Too much effort will come off as desperate and he'll actually start to feel suffocated. And that's what you don't actually want because, again, he'll just actually leave for that as well. So, like I said, just make a couple of small changes here and there and watch your relationship actually get back on track. Now, I hope tonight's actual live has actually helped with a few questions that some ladies actually posted on me privately or on the page. But they're just probably a couple of things that you can actually counterbalance, from Monday night's live chat. So again, ladies, if you have any questions, please, don't hesitate to post on the page or post privately. And like Vanessa said, intuition is definitely the greatest tool. I agree with that 100%. Hi, Jill. How you doing? So again, ladies, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's special edition of Man Speak Live. Again, Monday night is going to be the start of a series where I'm actually going to be interviewing another man on insights around love, sex, and relationships. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's very exciting for Manspeak. But from Johnny, have a great night and take care. Thanks, ladies. Bye.